Hello and welcome to my video today. I have the new product in from electrifiedocean.com. This is an update of a video I did a few months ago where I had the original version of this item where it uses the rear USB ports and routes them to the inside of the storage bin under the armrest. This version 2.0 offers more power and additional ports. So I'm going to unbox and install today. So let's get started. Let me open up the shipping container and take out the bubble wrap bag here. We have 2 screws for mounting. And here is the module that gets installed inside of the storage bin under the armrest, and as you can see, it has 2 USB quick charge 3.0 ports right here and 2 USB-C 3.1s right there. And we also have an on and off button and a little hatch here that you can close if you don't need to use those ports. And then on the other side here, we have the back where the wire comes out of. And let's see what else. And at the end of the wiring is this Y adapter, which will plug into the existing USB-C port adapter in the back of the car, and it'll go in between those two. So you still get use of the USB-C on the back of that center console area. This is in addition. So what I'm going to do is go out to the car and I'm going to remove the existing adapter and put this one in its place. And I think this should be a nice improvement for power and number of ports. In addition, since I will probably mount this on the side of that bin, I like to use these command strips, and they're very useful since you can always remove them if you don't need it anymore. So for example, I'm going to put this right here, and then this could be mounted inside, and then if you ever need to move this, it has Velcro and it can come off, so not a problem with that. So here I am in the back seat. We have the USB ports right here. Just press on either side of this and this will drop down. Maybe easier to access this if you pop out this module. So I am going to press on these little metal clips on either side and it should come out like that. It may be easier to use one of these plastic spudgers, and what I'm going to do is push on the back of it. There's that little tab, and then this should come right out. So I'll turn that over here and show what that looks like. So I'm just pressing down right here so that this pops out. So this is the existing cable, and if you were using this without an adapter, this is what would be coming from the car. It would look just like this. So I am going to remove the other one here so that I can get full access. So here you can see the existing cable from the car, and that is the connector right there. You can also do the same thing with the spudger. Press this down and this should pop out. There we go. Here we have the storage bin, and what we're going to do is pop out this section of the trim. You can use plastic pry bars to do that, or you can just pull it like that. Make sure you do it gently. And here were the existing cables that I had, And I am going to be routing that box in that same area as these. So once this is pulled out, you're going to need to pop out these clips here and here so that you can get better access to this area. So I'm going to pop those out now. So one thing I would suggest to get these existing USB plugs out of the way is to use a plastic pry bar to wedge this open so that there's enough space so that it can go back out. Also, if this is your first time doing this and you don't have the USB adapter already installed, I suggest following my previous video. I'll have the link right up here, and that will show you how to get it from the rear to the front and for the first time. This method that I'm showing right now is if you already have this connected, and it saves you a whole lot of time by using the existing USB plug as a way to fish the wire to the back. So that's the only reason I'm doing this, is I already have this done, so I might as well save some time in doing it this way. Another thing, I am going to add a little bit of a wire loom wrap around this connector so that it doesn't detach. So let me do that right now. Put some wire loom around this. Just wrap it, and this should make it easier to do the fishing as well as keep this together. So just press all that down. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use some gaffer tape, or you could use duct tape. And what I'm going to do then is take this USB and put this one attached to it so that I can pull them both in at the same time. Attach it like this. Try to get that best I can. And then I'm going to pull this back and then insert the cables into the opening there. It should go straight down if you use one of these plastic pry bars to keep it separated. And I'm just going to feed that down into that opening. And then once I get it most of the way there, I'm just going to keep feeding it in. And then I am going to leave this part of it right here. And I'll do the final adjustment for that just in a little bit. So let's go to the back seat and pull the cable out. So I'm going to take that existing module and just pull on it lightly. It should all come down from there. The existing car USB, I need to move that out of the way. You don't want to pull on that. So I am just going to pull on this cable. Takes a little bit of fiddling, but eventually I get both of these out. And at this point, I can now attach them to the existing USB here. So I am going to put this end here with this end. Match up the connectors. They will now insert. And then that is nice and snug. And you're going to want to turn this so it faces the other way so that the flat end is up, and that can go into the back of here. So like that, and that will snap into place. You'll hear a click, and then this module will snap into place like that. And that is it. It is now connected. This whole piece here can go up Let's go around to the front and adjust that port module. All right, so now we have the USB module right here. As you can see, the wire comes through this opening here. I'm going to leave this as is since I'm always changing things out in my car. I usually don't do any drilling or anything permanent, but if you did want this to look a little bit cleaner, you could notch out a little bit of the plastic here with a Dremel type tool to give a little bit more room for that cable. And then you could mount this right here. I think that would be a good spot for it. You could mount it with the position. I mean, there's a couple different ways you can do this with the cabling. You could do this, but if you do have one of those inserts or trays in here, that's probably not the best location for it. You may want to put this a little bit lower. For example, you may want to have it in this type of a position. It really doesn't matter. It could be upside down or right side up. So it's kind of up to you how you want to position this for use. And then when you need to use it, you have the USB ports right here. So with my tray here, it actually doesn't make too much of a difference with the location. I could put this up a little higher if I wanted to. You could even put it at an angle like this. That could even work. Yeah, actually, I think I'm going to put it like this. So I'm going to use my Velcro pads here and just mount it in this position. And like I said, it's totally up to you how you want to use the cabling. I also have another USB cable here. Sometimes I use for passengers in the front seat, and I could just connect that right here. And I will have a cable right there for use. And then I also have another cable down here. Here's another one for another device. I can just plug that one in here. So there we go. So, yep, very flexible. And I think that looks really neat. So let's close up this. All you need to do is just press the clips here and the trim goes back into place. I'm going to put my storage bin right there. And yeah, so that looks pretty cool. All right, so here we have the device. We have the on and off button right here. So I have the car in ready mode right now. So let me press the on button here. And now you can see that there's a little display and that shows the current voltage. So it's 14.0. And that's basically the power button too. So if you see anything in that display, that means these ports are now powered. And if you press the button like that, it will turn off and the ports will be deactivated. So I'm going to turn it back on again. And this right here is going to my AI box. And I am just going to go over here and I just plugged it back in. So it should take a few seconds and show you that it is now getting power. Yes, so the AI box in this lower port here is getting power. And let me try the upper port. I'm going to put another USB cable there and put that like that. And let's attach my iPhone. Yes, it is now charging. So both these devices are getting power, and there's still 2 additional USB-C ports in the middle that could also be used. So this should provide a good amount of power for any accessories that you have in the vehicle. And like I mentioned, if you're installing this for the first time, follow the instructions in my previous video. This video showed the installation if you already had version 1 installed and you want to swap it out for this one, which offers higher power charging as well as more ports. And the handy voltage display right there is just icing on the cake. So you could put this in any position you want for this module inside this storage bin under the armrest. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. If you're interested in purchasing, I have the link in the video description. Personally, I paid for this one myself, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.